The best French GP track coming up right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to RomRom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to It's a Mod world where we test different mods for different sims to see if they add to our enjoyment. Thanks for watching, my name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. Only when I fired up this mod in Assetto Corsa did I remember that I had already raced in it in an older sim. GTR2, GPL, Race 07, I know they even used it to help you train driving, so it was an integral part of the sim, and I think it may very well have been GTR2. Anybody remember? And I fired up the mod because the Open Wheel Racing Championship goes to this track, although using a slightly modified version of this mod, next Saturday. I wanted to test the mod to remember the feeling of driving on Magny-Cours and so be able to commentate better. By the way, it's by Rainmaker, an excellent mod maker who sadly has left the community as far as we know. You are sadly missed, mate. Looks good and I have no problems at all on VR, the track being shown with no hitches at all. Of course, the track follows the GP configuration of Magny-Cours and is quite well done. There is nothing special in the force feedback about the track. If anything, it feels too new, too much without any hiccups. Of course, going off track the feeling is completely different, but on track I would have expected a little bit more bumps, irregularities. Tarmac is only this smooth some days after it's been laid down. Time and weather eliminate all smoothness quite rapidly. Anyway, I've always liked the flow of the track, even if its complexity, because of the many different corners, means you'll be working a lot on pedals and wheel. This is no easy track at all, much to the contrary, and the possibilities of messing up are incredibly diverse. Luckily, and contrary to real life, if you get yourself into the gravel, you still can come out of it. Yes, gravel. No stripes like that other French track that bores me to sleep even thinking about it, that is only on racing calendars to give Uncle Bernie a little bit of money for his pension. Racing against the AI is intense, first of all because this track makes it intense, not being exactly easy, and second because the AI line is quite well set up. Other than being a little slow or indecisive in the third long curve, which I would be too, they are quite good and make you work for it. Be ready for some frustration here, as the mix of good AI line and difficult track will have you swearing a lot, if you even have enough breath for it. Let's call this a start and end straight, but it's so short you can really not rely on this. In fact, there may be not one straight in the whole circuit. You're just getting started on the throttle when you have to start modulating it because of a right-left combination. Not as steep as a chicane and not exactly a dangerous combination if you remember not to go into it like a berserker. Personally, I find the long right following this combination more dangerous, as it seems never to finish and it goes steeper in the end. You will be modulating the throttle and taking care of your wheel input very carefully, both at the same time, while checking how far you are from the end of this challenge. Take a small pause after that, as what follows is the only real high-speed part of the track, and while it isn't really a straight, it's the nearest Magny-Cours has to offer in that regard. Depending on which car you drive, you will have to start sooner or later. On the BMW I'm driving, which is the stock one, which is part of the sim, I started braking a thought or two before the 150 meter marker. In any way, do brake as much as you can without blocking the tires, and keep an eye for the end of the straight, which is an almost 100-degree corner that has seen the end of many an illusion. It's steep, it's tricky, and if you started braking too late, it may be the end of your race. Been there, done that. If you survive that corner, first of all count your blessings, second go on the throttle, as the soft right-left combo here's no problem. And even the fast right-left chicane following now should not keep you awake at night, just be aware of the sausage on the right turn. But be prepared for the next 180, which is a left-hander. Finding a good braking point is difficult, but when you do get it, it's very satisfying, as you can hit the apex and start soon on the throttle, never mind the long right-hander at almost 90 degrees that comes now and the soft fast left that follows. But mind the 100-meter marker, as it signals that the next chicane is a right-left that you can take at a moderately high speed, which you soon will have to reduce for the next right-hander at difficult 90 degrees, although luckily the track leaves enough space to the left if you don't brake soon enough. Rejoice! A kinda straight for a split second with a finish slightly to the left, and then you have to apply the brake once again for another 90 degrees right, which is difficult to take but at least makes you slow enough for the right-left chicane. Yes, to the front is the entry to the pits. If you time your throttle use right, you can gain a tenth or half a tenth coming out of the chicane and using the right margin of the track. You're now again at the start and end kinda straight, and the whole shebang starts all over again. A fine work from Rainmaker once again. Pity he left the community. Magny-Cours is a splendid track, absolutely nothing for beginners. A track that keeps you on your toes all the time, even more taxing than Oschersleben, while keeping a very good flow. It's going to be an interesting race on Saturday, as Magny-Cours clearly leads to intense racing anywhere on the track. I hope we will be able to keep up commentating. This is not a track for high-speed racers, but for driving finesse with careful input on pedals and wheel. I'm surprised I kinda survived the track. For advanced drivers and aliens, this track has a lot to offer. Anyone else should tread carefully here. But you can be carefree everywhere on our channel, so check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, safe fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.